Hi, welcome back to my views and news. Exclusive information for you. It seems Tigray has decided what to do in response to some offers being made by Eritrea. Indirectly, offers have been made, proposals have been floated by Eritrea. Tigray is responding. Is Tigray going to form an alliance with Eritrea? Is going to join Ethiopian PM Abiy? Is going to stay neutral? Details for you. Secondly, warning to Eritreans living in Ethiopia. Who is warning them? What is the nature of this warning? Can we say hard times ahead for Eritreans living in Ethiopia? Firstly, viewers, I reported last night about offers being made to Tigray this morning as well, and some decisions made by Tigray government regarding sending of some TDF units to border areas. Question is, what has Tigray decided? Has Tigray leadership decided anything? Is it going to take any united position on likely scenarios? We have received this information, exclusive information, through some sources. So I have no statement of TPLF, statement of Tigray interim government, no video message, etc. But through some people who are close to the top men in Tigray, we have received this information. Tigray has decided what to do. And I'll share a summary of that. Now, we know that Tigray is back in spotlight. Tigray seemed down and out, but it's back. I wouldn't say center of gravity, but Tigray's position is now very strong. Both Eritrea and Ethiopia want Tigray to be on their sides. And this is the best time for the leadership of Tigray to get something for Tigrayans. PM Abiy's government badly need the support of Tigray. Military support, support of people, support of TPLF, support of Tigray's seasoned generals, etc. Eritrea also wants support from Tigray. Support means that Tigray should not involve itself in the war against Eritrea. What has Tigray decided? Now, what does Eritrea want from Tigray? Again, no official statements from Eritrea. But I shared with you what we learned through some sources, that Eritrea is ready to give assurances to Tigray that if Tigray tries to retake Western zone militarily, Eritrea wouldn't intervene. Eritrea ready to even consider recognition of Tigray as an independent country. So, offers made. Tigray has decided, after extensive discussions, that it will not align itself with Eritrea. Now, for me, it's not surprising. I hinted at this decision in a video a few hours ago. I said that I think PM Abiy's offer would be more attractive for Tigray when it comes to taking back Western zone. Maybe Tigray wants to take back Western zone without fighting. Eritrea is not offering to give or to help Tigray in retaking a Western zone without fighting. Eritrea says, go fight. We won't support anyone. Abiy could promise that Tigray will retake Western Southern zone without fighting. So Abiy's offer more attractive. Should Tigray trust Abiy or Assayas? Who is more reliable? For Tigray, Abiy is more reliable now. I said in the last video that had there been, I've been saying that for months, by the way, not something new, that had there been no involvement of EDF, no combat drones, no siege, EDF might have been in Addis Ababa. So whatever happened to the people of Tigray in terms of devastation, destruction in Tigray, Tigray leadership blame Eritrea. They blame Abiy less, they blame Eritrea more. They want to take revenge. They're not in a position to take revenge. So it's not understandable that they would form alliance with Eritrea government. Independence is not a viable option. Tigray cannot declare independence. Even if it takes control of Western zone, it would be difficult for Tigray to declare independence. Who would recognize this independence? So Tigray leadership focused on rebuilding of Tigray. They don't want to align with Eritrea, firstly. Secondly, do Tigray leaders want to actively support PM Abiy in case of PM Abiy's military ambitions to retake Assam? I don't know what to say here, because obviously coming days will tell us coming days will be determinant of how far Tigray will support PM Abiy. Tigray's territory will be used by Ethiopian government. Military mobilization of ENDF, KDF fighters towards the Eritrean border, very likely it will happen. If it's not happening, I think it is happening already. If it is not happening, it will happen. Why? Because Eritrea deployed more troops at the front 2 to 3 days. I did a video on that. So, do you expect Tigray leaders, Ethiopian federal government leaders to sit idle? No, they'll beef up military presence on Tigray borders. So, Tigray is soil involved. Top Tigray generals have long experience. People like Sadgan. And Sadgan is known for having a position that Ethiopia should have access to a support. I think it has been his position. And he's on good terms with Ethiopian PM Abiy. Sadgan got a choke on good terms with Abiy. So I would be surprised if I come to know that Tigray military leadership is in Addis Ababa, part of intelligence agencies, part of decision-making team of ENDF, of security agencies, of intelligence agencies. Abiy would need the support of Tigray's generals. Battle-hardened, seasoned, they know Eritreans. So obviously, Tigray's top brass is going to be involved in planning, execution. How far will TDF go in support of Abiy? We don't know. But decision has been made. Tigray is not going to align with Eritrea. Tigray does not want to declare independence at this point of time. If Tigray wants Western zone, Southern zone, it wants these zones with the approval, cooperation of Ethiopian National Defense Force. That is what we have learned. If there are any, obviously, if Tigray is ready to align with Ethiopian federal government, I think it might have been given some assurances from the federal government. Which assurances? We'll see in coming days. But so far, Isaias Afwerki's attempt to divide Tigray and Abiy is not working. His attempt to pit Tigray against Amhara or vice versa isn't succeeding so far. Let's see. Secondly, Eritreans living in Ethiopia, hard times ahead for them. Messages are being sent from Eritrean government-backed elements that Eritreans living in Ethiopia must start leaving the country as soon as possible. State repression from Ethiopian authorities on Eritreans going to start if it's not already ongoing. Uh, those Eritreans who are living, staying in Ethiopia, some of them, majority of them is the one which fled Ethiopia, which fled Eritrea. They fled Eritrea. They don't want to return to Eritrea. That is why they came to Ethiopia. They are at camps. They want to be registered as refugees. They want to go to Europe, etc. If now they come under repression from Ethiopian authorities, it would be catastrophic for them. But there is another group of Eritreans living in Ethiopia. During the 2-year-long war, when Abiy and Isaias were on the same page, Eritreans freely moved in Ethiopia. Eritreans were doing businesses here, still doing businesses. And Tigray accused that Eritreans had infiltrated Ethiopian security institutions, intelligence agencies, that PM Abiy's government was being run by Eritrean elements. Where are those Eritreans? Are they still in Ethiopia or have they left Ethiopia? Now Ethiopian government will ensure there is no pro-Eritrean government Eritrean in Ethiopia. It means that all Eritreans staying in Ethiopia will be judged. Profiling will be done. Anyone suspected of having links with Eritrean government will be detained. That will happen because we're not seeing any signs of de-escalation so far. See, when war between Tigray region and Ethiopian federal government started, people of Tigray suffered. Tigrayans living in Addis Ababa, in Amhara, all parts of it, they suffered. They were suspected, or it was thought they were supporting TPL. They were arrested in large numbers. Now it's the turn of Amharas. They're being arrested, thousands, under the state of emergency proclamation. So if tensions rise further between Eritrea and Ethiopia, Eritreans living in Ethiopia, they'll be judged, they'll be monitored, and those who would be suspected of supporting Eritrean government will be arrested, detained. That is why messages are being sent to Eritreans living in Ethiopia by Eritrean government that the Eritreans should leave the country. Where will they go, by the way? Can they return to Eritrea? No, they fled Eritrea. Can they move into a neighboring country? Which neighboring country? Sudan, already war ongoing there. Somalia, not an option. Kenya is the only option. But is Kenya going to accommodate all these Eritreans? So overall, we can sum up that if tension escalates between Ethiopia and Eritrea, one of the victims of this tension would be Eritrean community living in Ethiopia. Let's hope that Tigrayans don't start taking revenge, because Tigrayans suffered in the 2-year-long war. Whatever they built in the last 30 years was destroyed, damaged. If they decide to take revenge by practically joining Ethiopian military, Ethiopian government, we could see some devastating, catastrophic scenarios. People would say, Sajid, you are fueling the conflict, you are painting a very horrific picture, but I think it is good if we analyze things in advance. Nothing, anything can happen, keeping in view the past practices of these leaders. Isaias Afwerki, Abiy, Tigray leadership as well. Though there is no appetite for war in Tigray, prepared for war in Ethiopia as a whole. Generally, population is against war. Eritreans too. Leadership. Problem is that leadership, which is going to make big decisions, does not take public opinion into consideration before making big decisions. I analyzed in some videos that Ethiopia internally, externally, not in a position to wage war. Abiy's pressure tactic maybe is a measured tactic. Method in madness, the famous line from Shakespeare's Hamlet. Hamlet had gone crazy, but there was method in his madness. There could be method in the madness of Ethiopian PM Abiy as well. Has he decided to go too far to attack Eritrea? That remains to be seen. There are several scenarios, but Eritreans in Ethiopia should be prepared. And Tigray leadership will have to decide what type of support is it going to give to Ethiopian federal government in case of escalation of military tensions between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Thank you for watching.